And the last two sessions, I've been speaking about the hindrances and the 7 factors of awakening, and sometimes they're also called the anti-hindrances. And these two lists, are found in the early Buddhist suttas, and they are very straightforward way, how we can speak about and how we can conceptualize what mind cultivation is all about. And cultivating the heart and the mind is a way, is their way, how we can ground ourselves in difficult times. And today, I'd like to start with a little practice of releasing and resourcing ourselves. And this practice can be done sitting or standing. And, for simplicity, I'm going to just do it sitting today. And first, we start by just arriving where we are. Feeling the weight of our body on the cushion, on the chair. And whatever, you are bringing with you today, what's the level of stress you are bringing, if any? How are you? And then we're just gonna start by brushing off what we don't need. Just simply like that. Shaking it all out. And then we are practicing what's called the breath of joy. And so every time, when we lift our arms, we take a sip of breath. And it's like 2 sips and then a deep out breath. So I'm just going to show it to you one time. Every time an in-breath. In, out. I'm just sensing, the energy, the refreshment. Maybe I feel even a little bit lightheaded. The fullness of the system after we have been breathing in like this. And then, sensing into yourself, which quality do I need right now? And then, breathe into that quality because there's surely a little bit of that in you. And just breathe into that quality like if you're breathing on embers, which you wish to ignite. Just very gently connecting with the quality and then breathing into it and strengthening it. Make it more prominent. Maybe a sense of peace, what you would like to bring forth, or grounding, presence, connection. Courage, engagement, so bringing forth a quality which supports us to trust the process we are inside of, as individuals and also as a society, as a civilization, knowing there is some profound transition process underway from an old paradigm to something we don't really know yet. And there are no neat and tidy answers to this process. But it's more like an unraveling and uncovering. And we have the word apocalypse, which comes from Church Latin and from the Greek word apokalyptan, which means to uncover. It's more letting go of old defenses and old narratives. And that can be profoundly unsettling to us. And it is for a lot of people, and organizations at this time, they undergo lots of challenges. And when the old narratives and stories no longer fit with the way our lives are unfolding. And we experience, fear of change and aversion to it, uncertainty and confusion. So allowing all of that to become settled in our being right now in community, it's so much easier to connect with all of this in community. Just simply paying attention to what we're experiencing in the body, sensing, and if we are in a social situation, we also, are aware of what's going on around us and what we are contributing. So really allowing the breath to take us into the body. And just, sweeping over the body, maybe from the top of the head, and just noticing where there is comfort and discomfort. Also, noticing how you feel right now, and how you can feel, if you really aroused and triggered. Just allowing space for metabolizing this, whatever is there, allowing it to be. And holding it, with a soft touch. Really softening the relationship with our experience, giving it the space it needs. And if you have any particular issue, any particular discomfort in your body, just where is it? Just checking out where it is. And asking the sensation, what is this sensation telling me? And holding steady with it. And you're not repeating the usual way of relating to it, but trying to relate to it in a more creative way, in a different way. By looking what is this sensation telling me? Probably the usual knee-jerk reaction would be just trying to get rid of it. But doing something different, giving it space. Is there anything which needs to be completed? Or is there anything which needs to be let go of? Anything not to do? Maybe we can connect with a certain impatience. A certain intolerance of that not knowing what to do next. Because it's not yet the time. And then, how reflecting on how can I respond from my deepest integrity, from my best self, so to say. Looking at that, what comes back to you? And the answer to that last question will point the way forward, even if it's non-action. Maybe if it's just waiting, because there's not enough information yet. So at a time like this, when there are no big, neat, and tidy answers, but rather planting the questions into the rich soil, the darkness, the humus, of our practice, the earthworm practice. The darkness of that not knowing is just part of the transformation. Like the womb, the womb of a mother or the womb of the earth room here, the space where the darkness and the not knowing is a place of nourishment and composting, metabolizing, preparing the ground for the next answer to grow out of. When the time has come, and the practice of the breath of joy we did in the beginning is a way how we can bring some aliveness, some freshness, some airing into that compost. That's also important to, from time to time we have to take the pitchfork and turn over the compost. You release some of the heat and get the energy moving again. And with this way of practicing, we come closer to the earth, closer to the ground. Sensing the gravity which gently pulls us to the soil below the place where we are sitting. And really sensing, that there is maybe nothing there which needs to be done, which can be done at this point. So with the exhalation, we can just, send down some roots into the soil, the earth beneath us. Prolonging the exhalations a little bit. And with the inhalations, breathing up the vast stillness of the earth. the richness of this huge living system. Our bodies belong to. A vast field of energy and data flow. Which we can do attune to. But a simple truth, that our bodies and the body of the planet are made of the same substance, the same elements. And these bodies are like a plug-in into the vast body of the planet. Which is operating, as a intelligent field since billions of years, self-regulating intelligence. We can attune to more consciously. And let us try if we can sense the pulse of the planet. Maybe it's much slower than our own pulse. So it needs some attunement. We want to sense that. Just listening into that, into the planet. And seeing what arises, if anything. However long it takes. And we could also now pose a question, drop a question into that vastness. listening into the vast stillness. At this time of great transformation and uncovering. And sensing those parts of us which are ready and those parts which are still holding back and fearful. They both are there. And giving space to both of those parts. And then becoming familiar with that, the darkness of not knowing as a necessary stage in the process of transformation. Because we seem to have like a preference, for light, for action, for taking things off our list. And if we can't do that, it's profoundly confusing and unfamiliar. But nevertheless, it's a necessary part of nature every winter time, everything goes back into the earth and then comes back in the spring. It's a natural rhythm. And on the one hand, sensing this urge to evolve and grow, and then at the same time also knowing about the importance of patience. And the holding steady. So, familiarizing ourselves with the spectrum of attunement. And the support of the group, the community, the co-regulation which we offer each other by showing up in this way and sharing these questions together. And turning towards that which is a mystery. Supporting each other to be grounding and receptive, in these challenging times. It's so valuable. Then, as we are slowly coming to the end of this session today, I'm gonna again, read those 4 dharmas of Gampopa, and With everyone, I'm gonna ring the bell, and you can, follow the bell into the silence, contemplating the sentence. Grant your blessings so that my mind may be one with the Dharma. Grant your blessings so that Dharma may progress along the path. Grant your blessings so that the path may clarify confusion. Grant your blessings so that confusion may dawn as wisdom. And then, slowly, coming back into the room and opening your eyes when you're ready. Not losing connection with your body from inside, sensing that.